Tonight, first with the nation's news, Walter walks away. The last-ditch bid led by the former manager fails. The consortium led by the former Rangers manager Walter Smith has failed in its bid to take over the club, leaving the group of investors led by Charles Green in undisputed control at Ibrox. In a statement, Smith said his consortium had in turn rejected an offer to get involved in the new regime, saying they had different plans for the way ahead. Tonight, the new Co-Rangers chairman urged fans to now get behind Mr Green. Our chief reporter, David Cowan, has the latest.
Charles, could you just give us your name and position just for sort of sound levels?
Yeah, Charles Green, dead horse and donkey buyer.
Rangers fans are going to have to get used to Charles Green's sense of humour. After 4 tumultuous months, he appears to be the last man standing in the fight to take control at Ibrox.
Following the announcement today on behalf of the Walter Smith Consortium, the board would urge all Rangers fans to now get behind the club. We have huge issues to address in terms of the club's status within the SPL and SFA. All fans, myself included, have gone through enough anguish in the last year, and it is now time to move forward.
The saga began when Sir David Murray sold up to Craig White, who drove the club into administration. The Blue Knights, led by Paul Murray, backed by Brian Kennedy, tried and failed to take over. Singaporean businessman Bill Ing was interested, but not for long. American Bill Miller was preferred bidder, then took fright and pulled out. Charles Green's consortium were in the process of buying the club for £5.5 million when Walter Smith and Jim McCall weighed in with a £6 million offer, which was rejected twice by the administrators, then by Green. This afternoon, Smith and McCall announced they'd turned down Green's offer to join the new setup. In a statement, Walter Smith said,
"We very much hope the verbal assurances they provided to us and the public statements made are adhered to, and the club will therefore be financed and managed with appropriate governance and can go forward in a sustainable manner. We wish the new Rangers Football Club every good fortune."
Walter Smith obviously withdrawing is really disappointing for all the fans. I think we had a lot of hope in that consortium. It's difficult to know exactly what will happen from here. There's been a lot of twists and turns, so I suppose we'll have to wait and see whether this is the word or whether something else is going to happen.
Dave King, director of the Old Rangers, spoke to Charles Green today. He too has decided to walk away.
At this moment, I don't plan to be involved again. I think that if I look at what Charles is doing with his business plan, it's a commercial business plan. I think he's going to try and run the club to make a profit. I still don't believe that's possible. I believe for Rangers to be the Rangers that we all wanted to be, it requires investors who are willing to subsidise losses for a number of years.
Charles Green and his consortium may now be in control, but enormous challenges lie ahead.
We're live now to our chief reporter. Dave, did we hear anything directly from Charles Green today?
Well, in a short statement, Charles Green said he fully recognised that there's a huge job to be done to rebuild the trust between the fans and the club, which he says has been badly broken. He promised to work tirelessly in the club's interests, and he's going to have a lot on his plate. The first big challenge, of course, is that July the 4th meeting when the SPL is going to decide whether the new Rangers can play in the SPL. After that, there's the question of whether the new Rangers is going to face punishment over the employee benefit trusts used by the old Rangers. So while Charles Green and his group appear to be in control here at Ibrox, it's highly debatable how much control, if any, they have over the club's immediate future. Back to you.
Dave, thank you.